Hello, this is CG Park. This video will focus on and explain the texture creation for LABUBU. It's very simple and will be over quickly, so I would be delighted if you watch until the end. Let's get started. Okay, let's just relax and dive into it. First, I will omit the UV unwrapping as there are no noteworthy tips. The layout is as shown in this image. I divide the UV islands by material, but I always use the paid add-on UV Packmaster for automatic layout work. It's extremely convenient because it groups the islands based on the assigned materials. I especially recommend it to those who are becoming familiar with Blender. Now, let's move on to the texture work.
A crucial point to note in this production is the importance of not making the texture too realistic. If we pursue realism too much, the very cuteness of the character will fade. That would be fine if the work was headed in that direction, but this time I want to keep the cute feeling of LABUBU as is.
That was a long introduction, wasn't it? Thanks for waiting. Now let's get into the actual work. First, for the skin, we'll use the Skin Face Smart material found in the default presets. Add a mask to the folder and fill the skin area with white. The default texture is a bit too realistic, so we'll increase the detail repetition and adjust the opacity to slightly soften the bumps and grooves of the details. Create a new solid black fill layer, use the path tool for the mouth line, and the brush tool to draw freckles. Prepare an adjustment layer to fine-tune the overall look. And then add a cheek layer on top of that. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the work in progress video from this point on, so I will explain by looking at the finished product. We move on to the eyes. First, prepare the whites of the eyes with the base layer. The parameters other than color are finalized here. Add a layer for the yellow pupil on top and create a mask. Add a black fill layer further on top. Use the mask of the yellow layer as the bottom layer of the black mask with an anchor point. Use the bevel filter to create the outline. Add a level to increase the contrast and paint the eye's highlight. Finally, slightly blur it with a blur filter to blend it in. Next is the texture work for the nose and the inside of the ears. Select Skin Human from the default materials. Fine-tune the details with the tiling parameter. Since the bumps are strong, reduce the height range. Adjust the skin color and skin roughness, and you're done. It is very easy. The teeth are even simpler. Add a fill layer and only adjust the color and roughness to finish. If you want to make the texture a little richer, add a fill layer, use UV border distance as a mask, and adjust the yellow color and roughness a little. Finally, about the texture of the skin part that serves as the base for layering the fur. This part is mostly invisible, so a texture isn't strictly necessary, but I had noise to blend it well with the fur. Create a gray layer on top of the base layer and overlay it with Multiply. Select 3D Perlin Noise from the Textures preset. Adjust the scale parameter, and I set the opacity to 63%. This completes the texture work.
All right, let's go back to everyone's favorite, Blender. I'll just adjust the parameters for the skin shader. Select Random Walk Skin under Subsurface and set the weight to 0.8. And that's it for the texture work. It feels a little incomplete, right? Thank you so much for watching until the end. Next, I plan to upload a video about fur, so please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.